Coming up on News Live at 6, Festa Italiana is here. Syracuse is bringing the energy.
And what goes into this year's celebration?
Plus, it's game day here at SU. Syracuse and Colgate meet for the 69th time in program history. Coming up in about an hour here from SU. But News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
27th Festa Italiana is here in Syracuse. Welcome into News Live at 6. I'm Anjana Dasam.
And I'm Matt Lesnik. The festival features music, food, and of course, our Holden Sherman, who is there right now. Holden, how's it looking out there?
Matt, Anjana, there's live music playing in the background, but we've got 14 food vendors here. Just want to give you guys a quick peek at a few of them. We've got some cheesecakes here. We've got gelato. We also have sausages. We have espresso. And we also have a raffle where you can win fun prizes and volunteer. But more than anything, I was talking earlier with my friend Dan Karlowski, who we're about to be with on Mama C's and Mama B's. And we're about to be with him right now to tell us about what Mama C's and Mama B's is doing. What's up, Dan? How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. So just tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing for Festa Italiana and what it means to you.
We've been here for the last 20 years. It's a great experience. We love coming down here. You know, we do only these certain festivals. We don't have a restaurant. We love it, though. The people are great. Our workers are great. We have a great time. And really, it's all about the people. You know, we've been doing it for 20 plus years. You know, we've come up with this food every year. We have a stand at the fair. We bring our stuff down here. And overall, it's a great experience, and we hope the people do the same.
One quick hitter. Give me 2 foods that you guys are serving that you're most excited about.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you one from each. From the fryer, we have some of the best deep fried raviolis at the fair. The people seem to love them. Come with a homemade sauce on the side. And then this year, we're trying it's a piece of Delorio's bread, hollowed out, stuffed with chicken riggies, topped with a beef ball. That's what we got.
I'm not going to lie. I want some stuffed chicken riggies. If you can't get down here by 7 p.m. today, you're in luck. So 9 a.m. tomorrow, there's a bocce ball tournament, and you can win up to $240. But then the festival continues tomorrow at 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then on Sunday is its last day. It's going to be from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. because there's going to be a mass at 11 a.m. that anyone can join. I got to go, guys, because there's a lot of food, including some chicken riggies that I really want to try. Good luck to you guys. I'm going to go eat.
Thanks, Holden. Hope you enjoy those chicken wings. Well, sports at Syracuse aren't just about what's on the field. A new project is looking at how fan energy can actually help build character. CitrusTV Matt Goodman shows us how.
An exciting new project is underway. The university has received $800,000 in grant funding from the Educating Character Initiative at Wake Forest University. The project is called Character Development Through Sport Fan Engagement, and it brings together both the Falk College of Sport and Human Dynamics along with Hendricks Chapel. The program will include peer-led workshops, team challenges, game day campaigns, and reflective discussions. The Dean of the Chapel, Brian Conkle, says the work is about both sport and spirit to shape character. I spoke to Dean Conkle about his thoughts on the new project.
This is a really exciting project. What we're doing is we are trying to build character through the sport fan experience.
The Dean of Falk College, Jeremy Jordan, talked about how this project will teach fairness, loyalty, and sportsmanship in ways that deeply resonate with students' lived experiences.
In terms of character development with a specific focus on teamwork. So can we learn lessons from observing sport and sport events that we can apply to our daily lives in terms of the groups that we're part of, whether it be work or social groups or family groups, and this concept of being a good member of a team.
It's about character development and how sports fandom can build character development, and hopefully a project like this can be spread nationwide to other stadiums on game days.
At its heart, this initiative is about more than cheering on the Orange. Matt Goodman, Citrus TV.
Matt, well, former Syracuse basketball player Piana passed away yesterday after a fight with cancer.
Mangakahia was the star guard for Orange from 2017 to 2021 and was named the Syracuse Female Athlete of the Year in 2019. She also holds the single-game Syracuse record in assists and free throws. Mangakahia was 30 years old.
For years, rising rents have pushed Syracuse residents out of their homes, but that is about to change. The Southside Renaissance Project, led by CEO of Women's Economic Institute Charlene Tarver, received approval from the Syracuse Common Council to bring affordable housing to the area. Today, County Executive Ryan McMahon announced the county government has put together $30 million, a first for a project like this.
We're really pleased that the city is participating. We're participating. I know you have Assembly Member Hunter, and the state will be participating, and all these other great partners, because this is a great project. So congratulations to everybody. I look forward to seeing this come to fruition. God bless.
Leaders say the project could also help solve daycare, food, and retail deserts in the South Side. The apartments are expected to be complete by 2029. And a local tradition is celebrating its 33rd year. Planning for the Westcott Cultural Fair is in full swing thanks to Sharon Sherman. Our Maddie Ritter has more.
The fair is now up to, on a good year where the weather's good, over 11,000 people come.
The Westcott Cultural Fair is a yearly tradition for all to enjoy. I spoke with volunteer Sharon Sherman to hear more about planning and the events that are going to occur.
The fair itself is made up of an abundance of booths selling different sorts of crafts and art. Booth coordinating is no easy task.
We have a booth coordinator who accepts applications. We sell out in 7 days. We have a group of musicians and people interested in music called the Performing Arts Committee. We have 6 stages. I think there's about 35 groups or people performing. The fair opens with a parade. It's like so disorganized. So it's so Westcott.
The Pettit Branch Library is holding an exhibit to showcase the different memorabilia from past fairs.
And so at some point we got into the idea of paying an artist to design all the components of the fair for a year. And that includes the lawn signs. There's one outside the library.
I did see that.
The program, the poster, which is also hanging on the door of the library, and lastly, the t-shirt.
For CitrusTV, I'm Maddie Ritter.
Thanks, Maddie. Well, just an hour ago, DPS was dispatched to investigate a stabbing on East Jefferson Street, just a mile from campus. Officers found the victim, a 43-year-old man with a stab wound in his left wrist. The victim has been taken to Upstate University Hospital, where he has received treatment for his injuries. The investigation is still active and ongoing.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul is investing $127 million to improve local police agencies. According to the governor, the funding has helped upgrade technology used by local enforcement across the state and has contributed to a 45% decline in shootings in the past year. Hochul says the investment benefited programs like youth employment, Project Rise, and the Gun-Involved Violence Elimination Initiative, making the area safer. And for the next week, Duncan will be partnering with Make-A-Wish to help kids across Central New York. All proceeds from the campaign will go directly to Central New York Make-A-Wish to Central New York's Make-A-Wish chapter, supporting wishes for local kids. Guests that donate $1 million or more at the to the local charity and any CNY Duncan location will also get free Make-A-Wish donut. The fundraiser goes from today to September 21st.
Well, Matt, that really makes me want an iced Dunkin' coffee right now, especially with that heat we've been seeing recently.
I know. I was walking over to the studio today, and it was boiling out, I felt, in September. I mean, it's nice to have, but our Jude Bazerman is outside right now. Jude's got those shades on. It's sunny out there. Jude, how's it looking out there?
Hey, Matt and Anjana, it is the perfect game day weather, and I'm not exaggerating. Look behind me. There are dozens and dozens of Syracuse fans all dressed in white for the whiteout, comfortably walking to the game. It's that perfect mid-70s temperature region. So again, like I said, it's the perfect temperature for a football game. But let's take a look at those official temperatures right now here in Syracuse. It's about that mid-70s range, so perfect Mediterranean, Southern California style. I said that last week too. I thought it was going to be colder by this point, but I'm not complaining that it isn't. And again, just partly cloudy, so you can see the sun hitting my face right now, and there's some clouds coming in and out, but again, not too much cloud coverage, making today even more perfect. Taking a look at the entire central New York region, it's mid-70s throughout. That perfect weather is not just here in Syracuse, at west towards Rochester, up north in Fulton by Lake Ontario. The only cloud coverage in the entire state, well, that's by Seneca Lake and Cayuga Lake in that Penn Yan region. So sun is basically out across the entire region. As we take a look at tonight, as the game ends, the temperature is going to drop off by around 10 degrees. But luckily, those low 60s, mid 60s temperatures still should be warm enough to walk out of the dome in the same exact outfit that you walked in with. So I'm excited for the game. I'm even more excited for the weather. Matt and Anjana, back to you guys.
Thanks, Jude. Well, after an intense manhunt, the suspected assassin of conservative activist Charlie Kirk is in the Utah County Jail tonight. Our Luke Radel tells us who the police says is responsible for this campus murder. Luke, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Anjana. Late last night, authorities arrested 22-year-old Tyler Robinson with the help of his father. Utah Governor Spencer Cox said that Robinson had become more political in the run-up to the shooting and mentioned during a family dinner that Kirk was coming to Utah Valley University. Robinson is not a student there, according to officials. But Cox said that Robinson was upset with Kirk's provocative conservative opinions. Law enforcement found bullet casings engraved with messages such as, "Hey, fascist, catch." The governor gave a strong speech condemning political violence with an important message for young people.
You are inheriting a country where politics feels like rage. It feels like rage is the only option. But through those words, we have a reminder that we can choose a different path. Your generation has an opportunity to build a culture that is very different than what we are suffering through right now.
Cox also referred to social media as a cancer on our society, and as someone who knows a thing or two about that topic in particular, let me offer a few thoughts, because I think the better cancer comparison is actually to this current climate of political violence. These events keep happening, from Butler, Pennsylvania, to the Minnesota state lawmakers gunned down in their homes, to the Israeli embassy staff that were shot and killed in Washington, D.C. earlier this summer. This violence is metastasizing, and like a cancer, it does not discriminate based on political party or professional status. So we need to treat it aggressively, and the best way to do that is with more opportunities for peaceful discourse, not less. Anjana and Matt, back over to you.
Thanks, Luke. Well, following the assassination of Kirk, Governor Kathy Hochul held a press conference to condemn the recent wave of political violence. She highlighted strategies that the state is taking to ensure safety, including red flag laws and online threat monitoring.
Hochul also emphasized the need for unity, both as a state and as a nation. She says the narrative going forward must be one of tolerance.
We cannot allow our political differences to obscure our shared humanity. We cannot surrender our common decency to the dark corners of social media, where vitriol is magnified, respectful debate is muted or non-existent, and where our enemies can spread disinformation.
Meet with the party leaders in coming weeks to discuss security and violence prevention across the state. And coming up on News Live at 6, the reason Chuck Schumer is threatening a possible government shutdown.
Plus, the latest city Trump is targeting with the National Guard. Stick with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the Citrus TV newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at Citrus TV News, your campus news leader.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Democratic Senate leader Chuck Schumer is now willing to risk a government shutdown at the end of this month if Republicans and Democrats cannot come to an agreement on health care demands.
Schumer and House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries both say that they will oppose any legislation that does not include key health care provisions and commitment not to roll them back.
And President Donald Trump says he will now send the National Guard to Memphis to address the crime rate.
Trump claims the city is deeply troubled and the governor is on board. Since sending the National Guard to Los Angeles and Washington, the president has openly considered sending the troops to other cities.
And officials have released new details in the shooter threat at the U.S. Naval Academy. Police now say that last night's lockdown at the Academy in Annapolis, Maryland, was a false alarm. The lockdown was in response to reports of threats and suspicious activity.
Witnesses reported hearing gunshots around campus, and the NSAA closed the building out of, quote, an abundance of caution. The NSAA also revealed that one cadet is in stable condition after being injured while clearing the building.
And at least 5 historically black colleges and universities have lifted nationwide lockdowns after canceling classes yesterday. Students were asked to shelter in place following multiple threats of violence.
The schools have not provided details about the threats, but they are working with local law enforcement. The FBI issued a statement yesterday calling the threats a hoax and say they have no information the threats are credible.
And a new victory for President Trump as the Missouri State Senate approved a redistricting plan that would give Republicans an extra House seat in next year's election. The plan will now go to Governor Mike Keogh, who was expected to sign into law.
Missouri now becomes the third state to redistrict mid-decade as opposed to waiting for the 2030 census, following Texas and a counter from California that is awaiting voter approval. And coming up on News Live at 6, our Jude Bazerman will have your full 5-day forecast. Stick with us.
Here we go. We're going to go out there in the rain. You're going to get wet. All right, here we go. Oh, look at the rain. Okay, quick. Oh, yeah. Yes. So much fun. Mwah.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
It's so beautiful outside, as you just saw a couple minutes ago, and luckily that weather is going to continue for the foreseeable future. Take a look at our 5-day forecast. This weekend, it's going to be that same perfect temperature range, those mid-70s, not getting up into the high 80s until later in the week. But I want to point something out, and that's the temperature variation from the high to the low. Take a look at tomorrow and Sunday as well. 77 to 58, that's what, 20 degrees if my math is correct? As a journalist, sometimes it's a little bit off. But as we look later and later into the 5-day forecast, 82 to 56, 80 to 53, that's something to keep in mind. When you wake up and when you go to bed, it's going to be very chilly. But when you're going to class, doing everything you do throughout the day, well, it's going to be pretty warm. But that's a little complaining when we really shouldn't be doing any of that because, again, it's the perfect weather that you could ask for. We're having some technical difficulties with the radar right now, but I think you can trust me and the weather forecast in that it's fully clear. There's going to be no rain in central New York for not only tonight, but tomorrow as well. And now taking a look at your football game day planner, I pointed out how excited I was for the Colgate game in just a few minutes. The kickoff's at 7 o'clock. But as we move towards the end of the game, around 10 o'clock, maybe 11, that temperature's going to drop off by, again, around 10 degrees, so not too significant where you'd have to bring a coat to the game or a jacket or something you wouldn't be wearing now. And then towards midnight, that low 60s temperature is going to stick around. That's all I have for now. Matt and Anjana, back to you.
Between Syracuse and Colgate fans filing into the Dome here. We'll get you the look down on the rest of campus as well as everything coming up in Syracuse athletics right after this break here on News Live at 6.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
It is a Central New York showdown, a battle of two close rivals separated by just about 40 miles as Syracuse and Colgate meet up in a Week 3 showdown here from the Dome. Welcome into sports. I'm Andrew Della, Piana, live out here just outside of the JMA Wireless Dome. Got a big crowd filing in here to the JMA Wireless Dome. But a big storyline going to this one, guys. Steve Angeli and the way he rebounded in that UConn game. Phenomenal. Last week in that fourth quarter where he went over 400 yards in that ball game. Really saved Syracuse where the offense really struggled in that one. 14 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. Then they scored the touchdown in overtime to even get the victory in that ball game. Steve Angeli, a massive catalyst for getting this team to a victory to potentially save the season to get him to a 1-1 record. Here's what his teammate Dan Villari said after the win about his quarterback in that ball game.
Steve's awesome, man. Steve's great. We're really trying to build connection, and we're talking on the phone. We're getting extra routes, extra catches. We really want to be great, and he really wants to be great, and he loves football, and it's just been great so far.
Yeah, Dan Villari, phenomenal as well. He had 7 catches for 104 yards in that ball game. That was a career high for both of them in that category. His first 100 career game in college. Really big reason why Steve Angeli had a lot of room in that ball game. The offensive line struggled a little bit, but Dan Villari definitely a helping cause as Syracuse tries to get back into the spot over 500, trying to take down Colgate a little bit earlier today. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in women's soccer. SU Wissahickon had a matchup last night, their first conference game of the season against SMU. The Orange tied that one 1-1 in their ACC opener in just their second ever matchup with the Mustangs. It was a tight effort throughout between the Mustangs and the Orange. Here's what Nikki Thrasher Adams, the head coach, had to say after that one.
This is the most coachable group I've had. I think every game, the halftime adjustments, they've done really, really well. They're not scared of anybody. They're not scared of the past. It's a brand new team. I mean, we're hard to break down. Teams are having to go long on us or around us, and we're doing a good job shutting that down.
A complete 90-minute effort for Nikki Thrasher-Adams and her group. Vida Neiden gets her first goal of the season after SMU scored the first goal in the 20th minute of play. Orange respond in the 43rd to earn that point. You got to remember, the Orange are still winless in 28 consecutive ACC matchups. Their last conference victory, you got to go back to 2022. It has been a long time for women's soccer to get a conference victory, but they do take on Florida State coming up on Sunday. Should be a really tough test against the Seminoles, number 7 in the country right now, and a team the Orange have really struggled with over the last couple of years. But how about on the pitch, though, in field hockey, where SU is taking on Princeton right now in a top 15 showdown. The Orange jumped up to number 5 in the polls, their highest since 2019. It's been a long time. Deadlocked at a 0-0 score with the Tigers right now. That one in Princeton. Bo Von Kempen has been spectacular for SU so far this season, averaging over 2 goals per game. That's most in the nation at the moment, with these two teams scoreless after 3 quarters of play, rolling on the 4th. Syracuse already coming after a double overtime victory against Ohio State. We'll just see how the Orange fare against this one against the Tigers. But that's all for sports. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Andrew. Well, coming up, we'll have one last look at your wake-up weather. Stay with us.
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Take a look at our wake-up weather after the game tomorrow morning, and it's going to be, again, in that low 60s range. Clouds in the sky, but hey, that sun is going to peek through later in the day. So Matt and Anjana, I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. And again, it's going to be a great week of weather, just like this evening. So guys, back to you.
Well, thanks, Jude. The Nintendo announced earlier today that they're making a sequel to the Mario movie titled The Super Mario Galaxy Movie, named after the game released in 2007.
The movie, which is set to release in April 2026, will feature returning cast members such as Chris Pratt as Mario, Charlie Day as Luigi, and Jack Black as Bowser. Now, I'm excited for this. I loved playing Super Mario Galaxy on the Wii when I was a kid, so to have a movie, I think that's going to be great.
That's great. I actually have not seen any of the Mario movies, but I was a big Wii kid as a kid, so I'm definitely, maybe I will try to check this out and see if I like this, you know, if it's as good as the game.
Yeah, I'll be there with you. But that's Citrus TV News for Live at 6 for this Friday.
Don't forget, you can follow us on X and Instagram. That's at Citrus TV News. Now for the entire Citrus TV News team, I'm Anjana Dasam.
I'm Matt Lesnik.